So I've been training for 21 years. Since I was 14, I've been training every single day. No days off for 21 years straight. Getting my training in is of utmost priority. And my wife thinks I'm crazy. People think I'm crazy, but I've been doing this 21 years, and it not only sets the standard for the day, doing it, especially first thing in the morning, but you know, it's just become who I am. And I really try to portray a positive message as far as fitness, being fit for duty, first responders. But there's so much to accomplish in life. And I really try to showcase both of that, the business aspect, the fitness aspect, and just being mentally and physically able to perform our job to the highest level. And my day is nonstop. I mean, a lot of times my day starts the day prior, right? Depending on what we have going on at work that morning, I either get up at 11:30 p.m. or all the way up to 1 a.m. That'll be the latest I wake up. Alarm goes off, I'm out of bed, probably within about 15 seconds. I don't snooze or anything because I don't have time. Come downstairs, out the door within about 15 minutes, right in that cold plunge. No matter how cold it is here in New York, I am in that thing anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes. Okay. And then I come back inside, finish packing up all my meals for the workday, get my clothes ready, start my truck, back outside, kiss my wife goodbye. And I have about an hour commute to work. And my heat is on full blast from the cold plunge, trying to get my body temperature back up, which it does happen, by the time I get to work. And I try to get to work anywhere from 1 to 2 hours early before we're going out on the street. And that is my time. That's when I'm in the gym, at least an hour of cardio, at least an hour of weights every single day, non-negotiable. If we have to go out on the street at 3 a.m., I'll be at the office at 1 a.m. That is my time, right? And then I'm in the warrant squad for the NYPD. So a lot of it's out on the street, a lot of it's in the office. So every day is different, which is the way I like it. Very action-packed, as you can imagine. And I spend, generally speaking, about 12 hours every day at work with overtime. So I had the hour commute to work, 12 hours at work. Now I have an hour commute back home. And this whole time throughout the day, business is sprinkled in the mix, right? It never ends when you own your own business. It's 24/7. But when I get home, I do my best to shut everything off, right? Business, work, everything, fitness, it's all done. I take it out of my mind. So I'm not only there physically, I'm there mentally. And I try to spend that time focused just on my family, which is, I just got home about an hour ago, 3 o'clock. My son will go to sleep around 7. So we hang out, relax, play outside, go quadding, have dinner, in bed by 7 p.m., do it all over again. every day, every day. And on the days off, my son usually gets up around 7 a.m. I'll wake up around 3-ish, work on my business, work out for 2 hours in my garage, and it's all day with the family. So it's a very tough balance, I guess you would call it a night shift, modified night shift. Technically, we start work at 3:30 or 4:30 in the morning, but getting there 2 hours or an hour prior, whatever need be, it really extends that workday, right? And then we, generally speaking, do 12 hours. So I've been in the force going on 11 years. I've been in the warrant squad going on 6 years. And in the warrant squad, we go after wanted people by the NYPD in New York City. And generally, it is people wanted for some serious crimes. So it's our job to not only locate them, right? We use all the information we can gather and the stuff we gather out on the street, the information, the intel, but then we have to go apprehend them, right? Which sometimes goes easy and sometimes goes, not so easy. So it's a nice mix of office work, street work, and, out there being the real police, which I enjoy. Oh, I always say every day motivation comes and goes. Some days we wake up more motivated than others, right? But discipline is everything. And people always ask me how to get started, and you start right now, right? And the day-to-day grind, the daily routine every day, no matter how you feel, you build that discipline. And I think that outweighs motivation 10 times out of 10. So anybody looking to get started, not only do you start today, but you just enjoy the process. You don't stress business, not always making these leaps and bounds. You don't always stress you didn't have a good workout, whatever. Some days going to be good, some days going to be bad, but you just do the damn thing every day and you build that discipline. It's just no matter where I am, what time I got to wake up, whatever I have going on, I will train. If it's going out, I live on a hill, I'll run up and down that hill 50 times. I just got to move my body every day. And I think that's what's kind of made me, not that I'm a successful person like crazy, but I think that's what's led me to success in business and stuff like that. Because it's really just the core of me, it's who I am. I don't necessarily find it difficult. Some days are harder than others, right? You just can't give yourself a second option ever. We know what we have to do in life. I'm a firm believer in that. And life is very short. The days fly by. And since I started social media, it seems like it goes even faster because I post the same thing every morning. I'm like, oh my goodness, like this. It's the same thing every day and it flies, but life flies by. We have to be the best versions of ourselves. And there's so much to accomplish in life, in policing, in business, in fitness, in family, that should be all of our, especially as men, to provide our sole focus. And if you don't give yourself that second option, there is no snooze button. There is no scrolling on social media. I do small mind tricks with myself. Like I'll count down from 3, 3, 2, 1. I try to remember, not that I'm a very religious person, but I say a little prayer, as crazy as that sounds, first thing in the morning. And just kind of get your mind going. Little things, right? Get your mind going, makes you think. It makes your brain function. You get in that cold plunge. You do things that are difficult first thing in the morning. And, before you know it, you're rocking and rolling.
The message that you give people, can you speak to that? You kind of touched on it there, hardest working detective, and you do post a lot about how you balance your life, your family life, and getting everything done. That positive message that you put out there, both for people who are not first responders and first responders.
In terms of fitness, I feel like I change that daily sometimes. Sometimes I go in, I'm like, today I deadlifted heavy. Like I want to train heavy again. Other days I'm running, I'm like, I want to be a good runner again. My goals are to be able to do this a very long time and kind of lead. I have one son, lead Henry by example with that. And I don't have any specific goals as far as lifting or running or training or competitions, but just to be able to keep doing this.
Tell me about the business and the name 50 Cal. Where did that come from?
Yeah. So 50 Cal Labs. So believe it or not, that was one of the hardest parts of starting a business was coming up with a name, right? And me and my wife for months, we already decided, we're going to do this, as stressful as it was at the time. And I was in the gym one day and somebody's like, yo, Barrett, you're big, man, like 50 cal. And I was like, 50 cal. That's it. So I went home, did my little research, not taken, and I just kind of rolled with it, man, And as far as business goes, the supplements, I do it for fun, right? I used to stress growth, this and that. It does well, but I have that. I do online coaching, which I don't really take too many clients with that. Then I have fun doing other stuff. I get creative. Like I started a Substart company where I actually help other people start supplement companies. So I did that last year. And I have a lot of brand deals through social media. A lot of companies I work for. Who inspires me? I'm going to go against the grain here and say, I wouldn't say any celebrity or any rich person or any top tier fitness influencer or competitor inspires me. I'd say, honestly, my family inspires me. My son, my wife, my mom, my dad, my sisters, to be, a lot of them rely on me financially and to provide for them. But, sorry. Oh, and I'm
Hey, Henry.
okay. Henry, say hi.
He's good, man. I've been no rush. He's good. He's good.
Okay. Give me one more minute, okay?
Hey, how old is he?
He's gonna be 4. You're gonna be 4, right? Yeah. Right now, you're gonna be 4, right? Yeah. Yep. We go to school. Yeah. And what do you want to do when you get older? Do you want to be the police? Yeah. Yeah. That's so good. You want one more fruit snack while I do this? Okay. Okay. Can you wait in the living room for me? I'll be right there. No, I want to sit. You want to watch? Yeah. Okay. Good job, buddy.
Have there been police officers in your family? Why did you decide to become a cop?
So my grandfather, everyone always asks the necklace I wear. This was my grandfather's. He was a cop in Bergenfield, New Jersey. And he wore this every day. It actually has his combo to his safe on the back of it. This was his. He wore it every day. And like 5 to 10 years after he passed away, maybe 10 years, I was able to get it from his widowed wife. So now I wear it every day.
Wow, that is a great looking chain. Yeah, you
Oh
wear
yeah,
it
I
all
love
the
it,
time.
man.
It's
Love it.
cool, man.
Thank
Wow,
you.
wow, wow. So what age were you when you joined the force?
I was 25. I was working at West Point at the time. it was, I wouldn't even say it was really my dream to be a cop, but let me tell you something. I feel like I know I'm not like this crazy person, but I feel like I live the best life. I really love my life. And I tell people even in today's crazy climate and policing and all this stuff and the oversight and all, whatever, being a cop, being NYPD is a great job. And I really do mean that. If it wasn't a great job, I tell everybody, I don't have to do this anymore. And I do it because I like it. So I encourage everybody that's thinking about it, go for it. Even in today's climate, it is extremely fulfilling. Every day is different. You're doing something. I don't want to say as corny as it sounds, but you do make a difference, right? You're going out there, being the real police, getting bad guys off the street. You're making a difference, and it's there's so much more to life than just money, right? You're never going to be rich being a cop, which we all understand, but that fulfillment feeling of being a cop, guys that are and girls that are cops know that feeling. That is why I really enjoy it. It's very fulfilling. It just comes down to there's so much out there for the taking in life. And if you don't get out there and do it, life is just going to pass us all by. And you almost have to get obsessed with progression. People say obsession is bad. I beg to differ. I think obsession is a good thing. You have to get obsessed with it and push for everything, push for it all in life, right? And, time management, finding ways to control your stress levels and balancing it all out. It's difficult. The most important parts of life will always be family, in my opinion, right? The memories we gather with our families will be the most important things in the world. And, recently I've come to accept that business might not grow as fast. My fitness might not get to the level I want it to because I will never, ever sacrifice my time with my family. And I think as long as we develop core principles that are important to us and we continue to work hard every day, you're going to be amazed at what you can accomplish.